Welcome to another session of Endless Legend, where I continue my Morgawr playthrough. Morgawr being, of course, the faction best suited to naval combat, warfare, and control. And we've captured 3 sea regions, which is pretty important for our influence production here. We're getting a lot from fortresses. Not as much as I'd like, but whatever. I'm going for this Imperial News Network soon, basically the newspaper, and the newspaper is very good for building up your happiness and increasing your population. Well, improving your population units. If we get on something like these cities where we have 20 population units easily, we can really leverage that. Now at the same time, I also want to get a siege ship pretty soon. And I think I might even prioritize the siege ship over that. What the siege ship will let us do is it will let us put pressure on empires via the sea. So we want to attack Green, but we wonder if we have enough ground forces. So to abate those worries, we can build siege ships, and then we can put pressure on them without having to commit our ground units, basically. Right? I was accidentally sending one unit and not the whole fleet. So imagine, imagine we want to attack this city. We can just park a siege ship here and start whittling away at its defenses. In some ways that's more effective than committing lots of ground units, because then you risk losing the ground units, versus this way you can just tank shots from the city with the siege units. We can always back off later if we take too many hits, but we can also make them abandon the city, then capture it, and then we'll have a much easier time holding it for ground forces. So this has got a river fire here probably as well. The AI isn't very good around playing with fire rivers and stuff. So I do want the siege ship as a key part of our naval strategy, or control strategy I should say. And then I want to go back for Imperial News Network. Now I do have upgraded weapons like this, so the siege ships should be pretty good. We can try and prioritize. We can also get alloys before we get News Network to make sure our ships are good, because we can't commit these high tier resources anymore. We have to get a lot of Palladian and Adamantian, I think, to improve them. But we can leave that for another time. As you can see, we're getting a lot of dust and science from our trade routes. I'm just going to upgrade our trade routes with a scientific envoy on a lot of our cities. And that will really help us out. I think I want some pixie blood. It's not a huge priority, but it's also not that bad. And we really have an extractor there, so we just need to make sure we have enough luxuries that we keep our happiness high. Luxuries are really important in this game. We just want as many as we can get our hands on. Or green, I don't know. Morgawr hands are green. And also, as you can see, the economic victory is something we can think about here. We're already 12% there, and our economy will only keep growing, so that's good. Ideally, we can capture part of Green's region. Ideally, we can capture regions of Green which have cities at the coast, like the city. And what those will help us do is basically extend our network of trade routes across our sea regions. Really, naval control is the name of the game for the Morgawr. I do want this army to fight something at some point, so I can complete this quest. This is the other way we can easily win, is simply by picking up the faction or the final quests, and what that will let us do is it will let us win via wonder victory. So that's pretty good. Do they lose life each turn? Literally. That would be pretty intense. Climatology Guild is good, but we want another city. Trying to figure out why they're losing life. Are they losing life each turn that we have them? I thought they were losing life each turn as in each turn during the fight, but if they're losing life each turn, that's pretty intense. Didn't know about that. I'm going to send this army over here. That's kind of intense, actually. Then we've built these archer units, but they're slowly dying. So maybe we want to modify them and just to re-upgrade them later in the game. Wow, actually. I didn't know that was just each turn, so, you know. That is kind of awkward. I guess we can immediately declare the black spot on this empire. Also, we want... Why am I picking this nutritional chemistry? I don't care about that. I do want this ability to ask for an alliance. Declaration of war on... No. Black spot. If we give them a black spot... we could give them the black spot. I haven't been using the black spot that much during this game. So losing 5% life each turn is no joke, actually. This army is kind of like a suicide army there. But I also don't want to declare war on an empire. Well, I guess I might have to now. Alright. I just need to complete this quest. Let's see if that comes back to bite me. I didn't know that it actually costs each turn. Okay, that is a huge bonus, but at a huge cost, because you can't keep your armies alive there. Which is pretty substantial problem. If there was only some way to heal these armies. Hopefully this is a dust eclipse coming up. Get grass soak. I'm just gonna... We're gaining life per turn in this region, I think. Also losing life. What is this? Yeah. So our units are slowly dying off from whatever the Morgawr are doing to them. Poisoning them, basically. Means you probably should try and get this health regen at some point. Yeah, that seems kind of good. So basically, if we're getting ground units, that means they're on a timer. Which is kind of cool, actually. Strategically, I've never thought about something like that. Although, obviously, it means that we have to use them sooner rather than later. It kind of also makes me reconsider my plan of invading green using ground armies. Because our ground armies are kind of garbage in that way. We even boost emeralds, yeah, why not? Emeralds suck, by the way, but, you know, whatever. We might as well get a bit of extra fortification value on our cities. We can actually attack the city. Now we need to win 2 fights with these armies. That's our quest. Send this army back. Yeah, it's kind of awkward that our units are so fragile, actually. Yeah. But they do so much damage at the same time. Oh, I forgot that their range is actually terrible, so... Yeah. Let's continue to fire some shots. Should be able to attack that army very quickly. So the cool thing is we have really good armies, but they really die gradually over time. Hopefully our hero's health regeneration bonus can mitigate that, but I suspect this curse will prevent that from working like that. And now I guess we can just fight this army. Do we have to win 2 fights, or we just have to defeat 2 armies? Wait. Defeat 2 armies. Okay, it doesn't count as an army. Okay. Yeah. So that's cool. But also highly dangerous, obviously. Do we have a cargo dock in this place? I don't think we do, no. That's kind of bad. Cargo docks are obviously super important for us. Almost so much that I want to buy it out. Now what else is super important for us is happiness boosters. Those the city seems to have a lot of good stuff going for it. Fish farm and canal system are things we'll just pick up. We might as well. The fridge, obviously, and then, yeah, production line. We can go and just improve the population here. I kind of want to get a hero on this city. And I might as well get a hero who improves our trade routes, because the city is quite far away from the rest of our empire, so... But he gives us a lot of staff efficiency and some food, so that's really good. Alright. Let's go and get some trade route improvements. So hopefully we can win these fights. Before our units just slowly die. At least we have pixie blood bonuses. Bonus health regeneration. So I doubt that will affect our slow death by poison or whatever this is. I just want like 2 or so fights to go over. Okay, I should stop producing units here. Nah, we can't, never mind. Fort Rani is a good place for us to produce reinforcements, actually. This hero is giving us huge production bonuses. And also we can produce reinforcements over here, so that's good. So we have basically armies there on a timer, which is super cool. It's also a bit awkward because we have armies there on the timer, but yeah, it's worth it, I think. Now, I think I might want to make sure our fleet is sort of in the middle here, so that we can bounce between these different locations if we need to. Now, have we picked up this? Yeah, we have picked up this improved unit. So we can edit this ship now. The most important thing is that we have this city breaker trebuchet. Now, ideally we can get some... We could buy mithrite, but that's kind of expensive. Actually, mithrite is less expensive than adamantium, so we need both resources to make good ships. Yeah, but so is Hyperion. Hyperion is really expensive. Yeah, I guess we'll save up for the ships later. Well, we can just make 2 ship designs. We can make one with the sort of quote-unquote bad options, and different one for Morgawr and Slayer. And we'll pick up, I guess, Tidal Mastery for bonus movement speed. We'll use the other ships to tank for us, but this is a decent design. And now we can also make a different artillery ship with all of our sort of elite artillery, I guess. We just want to be able to lay siege to some coastlines at some point in the game, you know. Tidal Mastery is nice because it gives us bonus movement speed, which is quite valuable on these really slow ships in general. Especially if you want to bounce around and hit multiple locations if at all possible. Yeah. Okay, here we can think about building a normal artillery ship, although we need a bit more money for that, so... And here we can just keep expanding the city. I want to think about getting either the Abbey of Anomalies. Probably want to just pick up the Abbey. Okay. This is irritating. Hopefully the next Empire plan happens before then. We definitely need to reinforce our archers with new archers, because they're slowly going to kick the bucket. No, come back! Now, improving trade routes is a big boon here. Improving moving dust per trade is also great. Alright, we lost that fortress. That's irritating. This is the irritating thing about declaring war if you're trying to do sea power. It just takes forever. Well, it won't take forever, but it's more like sometimes you just lose out. And fail to... Or you lose a settlement or something. Get the Abbey of Anomalies there. I think this might be a military penalty for cities you've just captured, because these shouldn't cost that much. I don't think. Maybe they do actually cost that much. Now we have these archers on the top, these ticking time bombs, I guess, running through their territory. I didn't realize how bad that penalty was. I thought it was per turn of combat, but it's actually, that would say per round, you know. Or whatever, we just need to take out 2 armies with this army. And ideally capture that area. Now they've attacked my main potential ally, I get the option of declaring peace. Advanced extraction? This is on luxuries. No, we don't really need extra luxuries, I think. We can get the Arena of Champions in the city though. We can get onto that city. Yeah. Now I can get the Abbey as well here. Which is a good choice, I think. Picking up the Climatology Guild in this place really improves our science production even more, and also improves our winter prediction. There. Tie in. I guess we want Dust Revitalizer in the city. There's a kennel system. It's not terrible. And we can build a tower here, but I don't think we want to necessarily. Yeah. I do think I want to get extra Palladians so I can build more warriors from this location. The main warrior of these archer units is that. They're running away? What? I need you for the quest! Come back! The main worry with these armies is that they'll slowly kill themselves off from their weird poison thing. Although the poison thing makes them way better as combat units, they'll slowly die as well. I wonder if we could just keep them in reserve until that happens. They're also unsellable because of that. We can get this bonus, I think. We have to keep that intact. This is nice to have 2 points of science per district, but I think maybe this dust bonus is more important for our way of winning the game. At that point, we might as well pick this up. So, like I said, this bonus is insane, but it comes at the cost of me making these armies highly disposable. Or they have to be highly disposable because they're gonna die. So I guess. Which is a really cool twist, I guess. If you want to make powerful armies in this faction, you have to make sure that you're willing to sacrifice them. Let's just capture this localized fortress. Hopefully they land this army again. I really want to face an army. Hopefully this counts as an army we defeat. Alright. Oh, I forgot it. Basically behaves like a melee unit, it's kind of funny. Or we might as well use these armies for something before they die, you know? Yeah. But we're gonna have to continue pumping a ton of adamantium into our armies if we want them to ever do anything, so there's a severe cost to trying to have this sort of military strategy. Well, that's gained us 2 cities so far, which is not bad. And the Draken have retreated before our forces, so you know. This is sort of just revenge, like I'm really annoyed at these guys for having basically for like having attacked us earlier in the game. I assume there was life loss not per turn, but per round. That would have made more sense to me, but okay. This is pretty cool. Nice. So we gained that region. That's great. What's not so great is that scientific envoy took forever to make with the city. But we can pick up a cargo docks relatively quickly. And with that, get a lot of other good stuff, like even caravanserai. We can get another hero in the city. One maybe focused on improving our trade as well. Because the city's already got a pretty lucrative trade routes, actually. So we're gradually losing our army units, which is such a cool mechanic. I didn't know about that. It's so awesome, actually. I wonder if that applies to them if they're in like if they're over there in the. So in 20 turns, basically your army is dead. I wonder if it applies to them if they're in the garrison or something. Just have to keep reinforcing armies with armies that are about to die. We have to figure out a clever workaround. So apparently, we should be able to attack here next. We can actually just gather up that fire ship. But I guess I wonder if I'm not getting the quest because the hero doesn't have that equipment. Maybe. Maybe I should just unassign my hero for the next fight. We shall see. Let's get that. Want to get the fridge here as well. And also wanted to get a trading hero. So in that case, one of these heroes, like Ben of the Bat. So what's really nice about these heroes is that they benefit you a lot for your trade routes. And since we're so heavily in on trade at this stage of the game, they're just excellent choices for us. Yeah. Is our overall empire doing well in happiness? No, but we can generate a ton of wine. Or we can purchase a ton of wine to make everyone happier. I think wine will be the real way we'll stay in fervent. No, it didn't really put us into fervent. That's interesting. Wow. It normally does. I guess these cities are so unhappy. These cities are all in fervent, right? Yeah, okay. Never mind. It's just those cities that are being difficult. Oh, we have heroes leveled? Never mind. That's good. That's important to know. Okay. Let's check here. We can still improve production. I think that's probably best on this hero. We're getting the final. No, we've actually gotten the final level food. We can go up here to pick up that. That's pretty good. Oh, we can get this production bonus. That's pretty good too. Better the bats, improving that. Reactivating dust water. Okay, and now we're recapturing these localized fortresses. I'm ready. Are you ready is the question? And now we can just easily defeat this fleet with our advanced war units with their Fomorian shielding. As you can see, their laser did nothing because of the shield module, which is superb. I mean, just preventing even the smallest amount of damage is so worth it. Like, what a wonderful module. Even though this ship has a ton of health, it doesn't actually matter, so yeah. That was great. Now we can move over here, and then move over here. Over here. I guess I can get an emerald extractor. It's not actually hurting me, but it hurts me inside because emeralds are terrible. Speaking of, well, this is not terrible. Imperial News Network is pretty strong. Really rewards you for having a lot of population units in the city. I should definitely pick up more mithrite so I can fund more of that. And also build better ships with that stuff. Now it will take me 21 turns to get this difference engine. Question is, do I want to go for that? I can get the Arts Council first, and also I can get Town Criers first, which is still quite important. Improving my dust production this much is critical, I think, if I'm planning on going for the dust victory. Again, I'm 18% there, so it might be the fastest thing to do. It takes forever to really get this, the other things rolling. We can get newspaper here. I think I want the newspaper on both of my cultist cities. Those tend to have the most units in them. This city has a ton of units too. I mean, worker units. Yeah, where's the newspaper? No, we need more glass steel. Okay, no. Let's just make sure the suicidal army can get a few more fights in with it. I'm gonna try and remove my hero from this army. See if that helps. Helps in the sense that maybe this quest wasn't working out because of that. Maybe the quest isn't working out because we're not fighting armies directly, we're fighting cities. Who knows? Not actually sure how that works. Okay. Alright, let's make that there. Yeah, let's wait till next turn. Next turn to get the newspaper everywhere. Doesn't look like they take damage while they're inside a building or whatever. I do want extra influence production. It's very important. Oh no, they captured that? Oh, great. This city is being targeted of infiltration, so... We'll just crush that, and we can crush Green's fleet in our area. I think at least we can crush Green's fleet. It has an artillery ship and a ton of fire ships, but fire ships don't pose too much of a threat to us as long as we keep our shielding for Morians in line or keep them doing some work for us. Looks like they have good defenses on their ships. It doesn't really matter because they can't damage us. As long as we manage their attacks properly with the shields, we can in theory win almost any fight. The Aurora Borealis is really... or the Dust Eclipse is really hurting us there, but... Yeah, our hero ship is slowly being a little bit outclassed here, but... Yeah, it's still good. I mean, it's still much better than the other admirals I've had, who weren't Morgawr, and then their ships were... yeah, their ships were pitiful. And this ship can at least tank a ton of damage, as we've seen. And also do a substantial amount for us. Really, the Morgawr hero is really the only one that has a decent ship. Let's engage this fleet. See how that works out for us. I wonder if it will. Okay. Before we do that, we can level up one of our wars. Or even two of our wars, to be honest. No, we can't. We don't have enough Hyperion. Let's see if we could buy some Hyperion for that. Having force fields on all of our wars is something I want. Oh, I don't have enough action points. Okay, just attack me, please, attack me! Anyway. Where's our other fight? Yeah, okay, never mind, they just captured there. Nothing special happened there. We can capture this island. It's kind of a staging area. Okay, let's get ready. Yeah, these armies are highly disposable by their very nature. They're very powerful, in the sense that they do a ton of damage, tons of damage. But the thing is, they're slowly going to die off, basically, as soon as they leave home, so, yeah. Okay, whatever, just make sure they move forward. That's a really cool concept, actually. Just have really powerful armies, but disposable armies. It goes against what I like to do. I always love to have, like, the best armies ever. But, you know, it's fine to not operate under that mentality all the time. Instead, having powerful armies that you have to get rid of, so you know what I mean. And they get free counters, meaning they do a lot of damage for us. If we can capture the city as well, that'd be great. The annoying thing about being at war with the Morgawr is it's kind of hard to keep hold of your sea regions in general, but the saving grace with keeping hold of the sea regions is that it's easier to do that during peace, because then you have a sea region and then they can't capture any fortresses. If you don't have a sea region, all the fortresses are sort of up for grabs, you know. But, you know, afterwards, it's fair. Okay, now at least we can kill their hero, I think, with our remaining units. Because of the negative, our units are really fragile, but, you know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, eh? As long as we can just... Yeah. It looks like they have enough to just take down our units here. But it's fine, our next army will be able to do something here, I think. We will probably still win this fight, to be honest. Just barely. Or at least kill their hero, which is valuable. Did you just say told you? That would be funny. Alright, looks like we're narrowly going to win this fight and capture this island. Again, islands are things that we like because islands can be defended by sea. Or at least they have the potential to be defended by sea. Alright, we're going to lay siege with this army. That doesn't count again. This Master of a Mines quest is hard. It's very confusing. We probably don't need to get the quest to win. We're probably going for economic victory, if this town criers. And I guess even this Arts Council for extra happiness. The question is, the more I get these random extra things, the more I delay picking up this. But 30%, no, 10% approval on bonus on fervent is, you know, it's okay. It's fine. So this archer unit doesn't appear to be taking that much damage. Oh, it is actually taking damage. So we have to send these new armies out as soon as we can to new areas. Yeah. So it's kind of fun that the Morgawr have the equivalent of a suicide unit. It's really thematic, I think. Very, very great, like, from a story perspective, how the gameplay and story meld there. Don't know how viable it is yet. Yeah. We don't want this long deluge to participate there. Let's get ready for this confrontation on the high seas. Oh, they ran away. Yeah, let's get this bonus attack on our ships. Why not? And while we're on that path, let's just capture the sea region again. No, we can't do it. Well, at the start of next round, we'll do that. Let's get ready to fight this fight. We definitely want to go and kill this army unit. Let's just start close to them. Just wreck that guy. And we captured yet another city. Or we're about to. And it looks like we're about to win that fight. And actually, I think we just completed the quest. What a hero! Archer 5, you will be remembered. Okay, Archer 5, Valet. Okay. Slaves at work while throwing stars burning bright when dying. Next step is hardest step. To take the works of the jailers, dominate their creation, Morgawr must be able to take on other empires. Okay, that we get Dust Orchid, which is great. So we're satisfied but not content. Know that feeling. We have to keep mind body dust. These things are linked, interdependent. Okay, so we can use the black spot to control the other Morgwar to put like Ray Up AI into a tough spot, and we can get arcane alloys. Nice. Tier 3 weapons available with Hyperion. That's cool. Then let's get the black spot on them, hey? Maybe I have to maintain it for 10 turns, or destroy them. Okay. Yeah, deal with it, bro. Deal with it. Deal with it, weird. Like, thing guy. I don't know. How does one refer to a dragon? Dragon Lord. Whatever. Oh boy. We can just bounce around here. It's that fleet. Now, as long as we remember to capture this fortress immediately. So we're at Cold War with them now because the truce is over. We're activating these black crystals. Yeah. Okay, we've made a new unit somewhere. Whoa, we're staying here. Stay here. We made a new unit somewhere, and that new unit is going to die soon, so that new army needs to be sent into the fray. Yeah. Alright. This war army is really important. This is cool. Our awesome armies, which are permanent, are these war armies. And our less awesome armies, which are impermanent, are the minor faction armies. Which is pretty cool, to be honest. I can get more industry stockpiles if we want. Why not? You know. I can pick up another hero for a new region. I'm not sure which is best here. This one improves our expansion disapproval. Never mind. They can improve expansion disapproval reduction. Wait, that was a way too complicated sentence. Let's just get a dust producing hero. Go John Port. Sounds like a fine wine. Which is appropriate because of how wine is helping us out here, eh? Strengthening our, ability to not hate each other as part of this empire. Okay. Just make the port here, actually. Actually, here is fine. Build up this village again. I just really want to make the port because the port helps us generate income via the trade routes. There. That wasn't that hard. Not so hard at all. And we can spend our massive dust economy upgrades, or like economy on picking up like minor upgrades in the system, or city. Same. I mean, come on, like it's basically the same game. Like, stop. Alright. Go like this. And I'm just going to attack here as soon as I can. Nope. Yes, that means they're not allowed to attack us. Okay, this is... Oh, allowed to attack us there, which is super annoying. We've declared the black spot on red. So red is a little bit... So that seems a bit like, at least a little bit annoying for red, hopefully. I don't want to keep producing suicide troops here. I'm just going to produce them here and here. Although, to be honest, I'd rather upgrade these systems now. We don't need the suicide troops that much. So I'm just going to get rid of them. I should get some non-suicide troops to defend my regions. And I should definitely use these suicide troops to capture back this region. Once I've captured back the sea region, I'm probably just going to offer a truce of this empire. They'll probably accept it because they're being hammered into the ground. But I need to capture that sea region first. Let's get bonus terrain of dust, and yeah, let's move up towards the dust things. The nice thing about getting new heroes with the dust economy on new cities is that when you buy everything out, that's pretty nice. That's nice for you in the sense that you level up that hero quickly. Words is hard. Yeah. You can even get mining rights, yeah. Why not? Actually, we get mining rights on our main city is a bit better, probably. Yeah. Don't need these archers anymore. We can always pump out a bunch of units, which will be really powerful if we ever get invaded. I can... Yeah. Okay, cool. And difference engine is coming out on 31 turns, which is, you know, not to be expected. Classic difference engine. We don't actually need it to win, I don't think. Dump this on that. Make sure we get the newspapers as often as we can, to be honest. Newspapers are really valuable or important for us, especially since we have so many cities with such high production of, or with such high food, basically. Now that we have so much food, I think we can strongly consider just dumping a lot of our production into mainly science. And I think we will. We don't need this archer unit. We can get the Royal Universities on a lot of our places. This Abbey Van Ormond is not bad either. But now we can produce enough. I think we can produce a solid amount of science on all of our cities. Don't want this. And we can also turn industry into extra science via these Royal Universities. We can actually get these pearl things, they're a bit cheaper. It's probably just so high because of the bonuses we applied. We do want more of these stupid, what are they called? Royal Universities. What the Royal Universities will let us do is basically upgrade, or just keep our science reasonably high. We don't have to go for this extra science, but I don't see ways of us improving our dust production that much anyway, either way, so... Now, what I do have to do is improve my control over this sea region. Once I've captured that sea region, I don't have to actually attack Red anymore. I've gained all the territory I kind of was interested in. I've completed my quest. So I can just get the black spot and then leave, basically. Mouth of Fortius. Improved chain lightning. That's interesting. Not necessary, but interesting. Let's just quickly capture these fortresses. Move here. Okay, we captured that. Now we're going to bounce over here in 2 turns. Provided we can keep green out of our territory. And we're just going to treat with this army. This army is basically done for at this stage. Might as well scout out a bit. Let's gain a little bit of extra dust production on our trade routes, which is really all we ever wanted. Just dust, dust, dust. Let's look again at the victory screen. We're 21% there for the economic victory, so that's pretty solid, as long as we can stop other factions from winning the game, which is a goal I've sort of diverted from a bit here. I almost want to avoid... Once we get the difference engine, we can get the dust-driven distilleries. The thing about the difference engine, it just helps you get all the other N-tier tech. Dust Orchid is good if we can get the rest of it. No, we still don't have enough for Dust Orchid. That's sad. Picking up these extra regions definitely have a cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But maths can math. For sure. No bar to pick up that. Really, dust orchids are great, but we don't have any production of it, which is really sad. I really like dust orchids. Okay. Can't buy stockpiles, that's why I'm just spewing off my extra dust. Really, this upgrade is not super impressive, I don't think. It's good for the extra happiness. And then the other things are nice as well, but not so nice that you can't live without them, you know? It's mostly because these... How are they still happy? 93? Like, how does that... Well, at least my main cities are still on fervent, so that's fine. Not sure how 93 computes is happy. Anyway. Okay, we couldn't land here with this archer unit. Just use the scouts, I'm sorry, but like... Those units are highly disposable. So that downside is huge, but the upside is great. Probably the upside makes it valuable as a kind of defensive unit more, or like a suicide attack unit. Though we have to commit lots of cities to producing those units if we use them for warfare. Okay, they want to give us a truce. And we will, just not right now. Sorry guys. Okay, here, this region, we can give up the fortress. And I think we should. And then we can ambush the fleet. No! Oh, never mind, yeah. I thought I'd accidentally... And now we can ambush the fleet here, and then defeat the fleet, and then take back the fortress. I think that's how we're going to do it. Now, all our wars are level 4, meaning we have those shields protecting us. Kind of seems like Ender Space. Some of our shields are not, well, they are thinking Ender Space, but they don't give you protection. So I'm going to attack over here. I'm going to attack like. No, I'm going to attack over here and attack like this. I'm going to move in over here and attack like this. Move in here, attack like this. Move in here and attack like this. And I'm not sure about this unit. I guess we can attack this guy. Attack this. We can bounce this unit down and attack something. That's good. Yeah, because of the force fields, we're just... There's so much damage we're not taking that we should be taking. And even if we're missing, we're still applying... I think we're applying that debuff, which makes it much easier for us to critical in the future. Speaking of which, we can quickly sink this ship. And now these reinforcements can come around and protect this flank. So really, only with this force field strategy, only our flank units are really under any pressure. Attack like so. Yeah. Alright. I don't think that was optimal, but I don't think we have to play optimally to crush this fight. Yeah, this is basically the spray and pray strategy. We love one magic. Yeah, and we're just... I mean, the main thing that's winning so much for us, that's doing so well for us here, is that we have those Fomorian shields. They're really helping us like minimize our damage intake. Yeah, and we're really putting out a lot of pressure on this enemy. Should probably clarify that I'm not a Trump fan, it's just they just catchphrase back stuff. So whatever. Reckon. Alright. We've taken some damage to our units because of the burn effect of the fire ships, but really it's an acceptable amount of damage. I probably should have moved that wounded unit away, but we can always micro it back in future engagements. So again, we've kind of crushed their fleets reasonably easily. And that was Green's fleets, and Green is our closest competitor for winning the game. What's cool is that Red is very vulnerable now because of we can't even sell these units. The suicide units are really suicide units. And that's really cool. It's a huge amount of power, but for a really big trade-off, I guess. We're going to recapture this fortress, then agree to a truce. Let's actually talk to them, see if they'll give us those fortresses right away. Truce. They definitely want this truce. What else can they give me? They can give me this Arts Council. Basically this naked centaur thing. Marvelous armor. I kind of want that. In return, I can give them some crappy technologies. Wait, maybe they only want the good technologies? How's this? Town Criers, Enlightened Trade, Arena of Champions, Boros Guild, Production Line. Was it like past some point there? Actually, let me just capture those fortresses on my own. They're willing to give me a city, so I assume they're just going to get more desperate over time. Actually, I can't declare truce with them. I need the black spot active on them. Never mind. It's literally impossible for me to declare truce, so yeah. Gonna avoid that for now. Well, it's impossible for me to declare truce and keep my black spot active. Bridges? They've captured that region? Ugh, that's irritating though. Let's bounce back here. We need to capture that as soon as possible. Somebody take this ship down, please. No! Oh, this is... what a fiasco. Like, we're just bouncing around. Kind of like crazy. It's a problem with fleets is that they are really slow. Like, just like objectively. Oh, we could have gotten a hero level upgrade with bonus movement. That was a mistake, I guess. Nah, whatever. Oof. We could pop another university trigger. We're actually getting this difference engine reasonably quickly. And let me check again. Economic victory is coming along nicely as well. Not really quickly. Economic victory tends to take time, obviously. There's only so much dust you can reduce. Augmented extractor is good, but only early on. So that's good later in the game. 50 hydromeal, that's excellent. This is so irritating that like one tiny fleet can just take all your regions, and you can't just build fleets to garrison every stupid... Oh, they've even taken our sea region there? Oof. Completing this quest has been a real pain in the ass, to be honest. Not that we need those. We're at war. Why do we trust me? What? Let's just let it die. Expand our city a bit more. But I don't think I want to. I'd like this, but yeah, I can't afford it. Oof. We can even buy out Royal Universities. That's how rich we are. Pretty cool. I mean, why not? It's a very roundabout way of turning dust into extra science. I'm all for it. Imperial funding, do we have it here? We should have Imperial funding here, right? Yeah, it looks like. Subterranean we should get as well. The question is, do we have Imperial funding here? Yeah. I think we have Imperial funding in almost all of our cities then. We can get Imperial funding on a new city then. Do we already have it there? No, we don't. Maybe I just, like, waltz past the Imperial funding, which would be pretty hilarious. But yeah. Let's just get that. We really want this town criers on as many cities as we can get. What does town criers cost? It costs a lot of glass steel, but also costs a lot of mithrite. Okay, we can go on 6 mithrite, get it there. No, we can't. We can get a lot of glass steel. Now, where do we produce a lot of dust? We produce a ton of dust here, so we should probably get town criers here. Prioritize that in the production line. So we lose a lot from losing the sea regions. What? They captured that again? What the hell? Well, at least we're... Okay, we're gonna capture this fortress. And hopefully they defend it. Yes, they're defending it. No, never mind, they're not. I just want them to attack us here. And we're gonna claim this area. How long have I activated the black spot on these people? For 4 turns. Okay. We need another 6 turns of this madness. So the advantage of this madness is it gives us another way to win if we complete our quest. I mean, apart from economy and science. And another way to win is quite valuable, to be honest. Yeah. Strikes far, gain another level. Let's just go up here. Get that general upgrade. On this city we can just pick up generally useful stuff. Fish farm, bridge. Oof, that was a scary moment. I'm always like slightly terrified of this computer will crash or something. This is from ownership still, okay. Sorry about that bouncing. Alright, now we need to make sure that our fleet is doing something valuable. We could just try and bounce over here and capture that, or we can just try and crush their fleet first. The invisible fleet over there. I think we want to do that. We do need our hero to level up so that our movement speed is upgraded on that fleet. Because our hero is currently holding our fleet back a little bit. We have we have 1 level 3 war. Yeah, but we really need to save the mithrite for getting town criers. Because town criers is related to one of our possible victory conditions. Ugh. It's so irritating that it's so hard to cover so much space with your fleets. Now we've lost a bunch of our sea regions. Ideally there'd be a dust eclipse, and then we'd just find a way to win, or get everything back with that. Oh, they're attacking Alderaan, but that's fine, because even if we trickle in, we're gonna be able to defend that. Show location? Yeah, I think we have to try and round up. We can keep popping these to help our science victory along. We actually want to move this to the side and get our hero to tank some things. Looks like they didn't reinforce, which is good for us. I mean, the artillery ships are, again, things I'm confident I would have been able to beat, even with the trickling, because the force fields are such a huge advantage in these fights. Like, just taking 50% damage itself is like here, if they attack this, we're only taking half of the damage that we would have taken, excluding the fire ship debuff, obviously. They bounce around. These fire ships have a lot of defense. Doesn't really matter though if we're not taking damage. Cool, so yeah, again, we're gradually melting away their ships without much damage on the other side. Fire ships seem to be the best, I guess, quote-unquote counter to this, because you still get some damage in, but even then it's kind of pathetic. Really, this force field upgrade is insane. Especially against... you could maybe deal with it by focus firing, but even then you're getting, like, a lot of value out of that module. And if the opponents don't focus fire, like, the AI doesn't often. The AI is generally a pretty mediocre, like, general. Then you can get a ton of value out of that. Like, we're basically not taking damage because of that. I guess we're gonna let this fall, and they take out their fleet next. By the way, because of the black spot, we also gain bonus dust by attacking them. That's great. Again, I feel like the shields are probably going to be enough to carry us through this fight. That possibly makes me a little bit overconfident, but, you know. These flashing sounds are really annoying. Alright. You can attack. Yeah, send 2 or so over there, send most of our forces there. We have the first attack, so you want to position our units well, keep that in mind. Yeah, let's go, just move here. Move upstream, as it were. And then you can just attack like so, or like actually like this. Move this guy to this forward to attack like this. Move this forward. Oh, move this forward over here even. I actually want to move this forward to a good spot like this. And move from there. Oh, here actually dealt pretty decent damage there. Obviously could have been better, but yeah, whatever. Again, the force field is really doing a ton of work for us here, just preventing our ships from really taking damage. Basically neutering their fire in a way. And their units don't seem to be that aggressive anyways. So we just slowly whittle them down with the strategy. Yeah. Like, even when they do get shots off on us, they're not doing that much damage, to be honest. Okay, make sure that each of these attacks a different unit to keep the force fields doing maximal work, basically. The idea is that each force field absorbs exactly 1 shot, so you... With the... Like, the thing is, it looks like you think that's just the AI playing badly, and to a degree it is. But also it's the fact that we have so much more initiative. So initiative combined with the force fields means that we're taking practically no damage throughout the fight. And that's really huge. Probably make a video guide about this. This is a really great tactic. I kind of like this part of the game. It's like a complete calamity. Because there's like, Red is taking all the sea regions, we cleared the black spot on them for the quest, and then we grabbed a bunch of their, before that we grabbed a bunch of their islands, so like, everything's completely haywire. That's also kind of fun because of that. Well, the nice thing with this acid spray is that we can strip away their defenses, and defense is the main thing that can prevent other factions from doing damage to you. I mean, we also have high defense in our army units, which is great in combination with the force fields, because even if they do break through our force fields, then sometimes they just don't do any damage because of the high defense. So, yeah. God, force fields are so great. Basically, like the real Titanic, I guess, unsinkable. Unfortunately, there's no icebergs in this game, so, you know. We're completely safe. Like, we did take damage there, but we just wrecked a fleet without losing a ship. Which is incredible. Just bounce this back. And that should sink it. GG, well played. Yeah, if you're ever struggling with naval battles in the end game, just pick this upgrade up. It's so good. And we gained some dust there. That's good. And next turn we'll just capture this back. Ugh. So we gained dust because of the black spot, basically. They're sending a spy in to sabotage us. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with that. We can't get any more stockpiles, sadly. At least not directly. Just random dust upgrades are important for us. What else is important for us is picking up more Mithrite so we can get more town criers so we can get more dust. Funny how dust, you're using dust to get more stuff to get more dust. Like dust making more dust. Pretty funny actually. Or at least that's funny for me because it makes you think of Perpetuum mobile or something. Mobile? Whatever. That thing, that machine which goes and makes more, you know. Anyway, free energy? Yeah, basically that. Yeah, let's pick up a town criers here. Where else can we get a town criers potentially? Here, but we should get a town criers of this hero system because of system. Oh my god, the Endless Space 2 sickness runs deep because of the hero here. And with those extra town criers, I think we should be in a good position to get economic victory or wonder victory if we can complete this quest quickly. Yeah, or make sure it is destroyed. Hopefully they don't resolve the black spot within 10 turns. That is a thing that can happen. Reactivate that. We're just going to move this fleet forward. And we can move towards that area. What is this? Is this like an invisible fleet or something? It's possible to have invisible fleets. Like we do. Alright. I don't know if it was best to get that production line for town criers first. I guess time will tell. Speaking of which, I should definitely get the town criers in this 32. Just town criers in every city. That upgrade is phenomenal. Once we pick up this defense engine, and then we can go for this dust-driven distillery. Yeah. That will be really off to the races. Metaphorical races. Yeah, we can even get... Actually, let's get the protection for winter first. I haven't actually assigned this hero. No, I've just left them. Oh yeah, that's the problem. No! No! Damn it! I can't resist their forced truce. So I guess I can reapply the black spot. No, oh. No. Well, I can just redeclare war. And reapply black spot. I have to do this for my quest. But also, they should fear me there. Hope you do fear me, by the way. Not you, the subscribers, but like... I mean the Empire. Oh, good lord. We have more initiative than that, so that's great. We can just wreck them before they even get a chance to fire. We'll be able to wrap around them and just use our force fields to negate all of their damage. Again, force fields are overpowered, like so good. They're really cool, but they're also just so good. So yeah, you don't even need for more Slayer if you never take damage. You know, it's nice, but you know, what's the point? The unsinkable wars continue. Really, sea monsters would be nice, but they wouldn't have been that much different, I think. At least we had a lot of other things going on in this game, so yeah. Would have been cool, but wouldn't have been that good for us necessarily. Now do we actually get to pick up this fortress? Hopefully. I know we'll do that next turn. Yeah, I'll just deal with it, bros. Deal with it. Now I hope that continues our black spot. So basically they try to force the truce to get out of it. But I think the black spot will continue to activate there. Or at least I hope it will. And our dust is still doing reasonably well. I mean, since dust it keeps improving, it'll be more like, what's the word? It'll be more like, it will take up more towards the end. So the closer we are to the end of the game, the more dust we're producing, the easier it is for us to get points towards the dust victory. And also there's a hidden benefit to being at war with red, is because they can get diplomatic victories. Being at war with them prevents them from getting that quickly. I haven't actually played with the Draken that much. And I think I should. Oh, come on! Now they have my region? Oh, that's irritating. We lose them a lot of trade value. And can I really afford to be at war with them? Probably not. Oh, that was irritating. I should have moved there at the start of my turn. I don't think it will cost me that much, so I won't like reload that or something. It's just irritating to forget that at the start of the turn, because the start of the turn really does matter in this game. This is really APM testing, basically. We could just produce dust in all of our cities if we think the science victory is unattainable. The science victory is like a naive dream or something. But I like sort of going all in on science, yeah. Stupid winter is also killing our dust production. The nice thing about going for science here is that we can get the dust-driven distillery, which will then make our science victory much easier to achieve. Yeah, I don't want to be at war with green. I don't think I can handle it right now, and I don't think I have to be. The more I think about it, I think unless they're close to a victory, we don't have to really be at war with them. We just need to make sure we're at war with red long enough for us to get this mastery of the empires. Quest done. Okay, nice. Now let's see what the final quest is. Maintain a black spot. Oh. No. So now we can negotiate for a truce with red. After picking up, I think we'll pick up the sea again. So annoyingly, that war cost us the sea, and will probably cost us this. Well, actually, we can as long as we capture this fortress, we can capture that fortress reasonably easily. Now we just define them. And we can lift the black spot. And in return, you can give me something. Maybe like anything. No, I guess you don't want it, do you? Huh? No. Okay, I'm just gonna lift the black spot. Screw it. I need to do this quest. This is quite a fiasco, actually. Sorry. I do play with fire frequently. I wonder how into an alliance they are. If you'll give me a city, I'll consider it. No? Oh. We're just going to capture the sea region again. Annoyingly, green has access to the sea region because of that irritating scuffle early in the game. That is annoying. Well, it's not that bad, objectively. We can make some artillery ships. And with a second fleet, I feel a lot more confident declaring war on Green because I can control them from the sea. Make sure none of their forces ever land on my important cities. But I definitely do need to capture this back. We've got 30% economic. Scientific, nobody's researched one of those. So we're leading in terms of the internal, quote-unquote, well, the internal victories. By those I mean the victories you don't actually need to really interact much with your other players to win. Actually, I can't get gold. I can get spices, though. Like, if we win a scientific victory, we don't actually have to destroy all of our opponent's armies, for instance, to get that. So it's internal in that sense. We're getting a ton of dust every turn. Holy guacamole. We can get random bathyspheres. They're really expensive for probably crappy... Oh, actually... Let's see what modules they have. Oh, we can actually... Actually, mercenaries in this game are good? Wow. So I guess we're buying those, eh? Wait, where are we picking up? This is the manufactorium. Oh, we could have used those mercenaries to defend ourselves. Ah! No! Oh well. Speaking of which, let's get a couple of artillery ships. We can sell a lot of this palladium. We don't need that much of this. And we can pick up some adamantium. Nice. I just built a bunch of warships here. We can even cheat them out if we want. Still at war with red. Mastery over empires means like just complete madness over empires, I think. Alright. No, they've been defeated? I can't complete this quest anymore? Oh, never mind, I do complete the quest because they're dead. Oh, so worried there. Now I got up here. Okay. Need to conquer our again, then conquer the stars. Control 2 orc. Okay, Loreda and Udaran and then return. We need to get freedom, basically. Oh, come on. We're getting the defense engine really soon, that's great. What's not great is how long it's taking us to build up these stockpiles. Okay, they have a spy there, that's still irritating. So let me just read this. Morgawr exalts. Others are weak, without purpose, kill each other over dust. They're stupid. So the Morgwar is the great mind, basically. And the jailers are created this dampening wave, engine driven to suppress the Morgwar forts. And movement to jailers would be still part of the dampening wave. Okay, so we must control the fortresses. So the fortresses are bad because they limit our powers, basically. Taste of freedom. Lodera and Uradan. Where are those? Uradan is here. Where is Lodera? I guess maybe down there. Or we can start with Uradan. Move down. Once we've captured this region, we can declare a truce with these people. Is that Uradan? Nah, I can't do any of those nice things. I guess we just kind of move fleets around the globe until we find that place. Okay, we're pumping out ships, so that should be fine. We're getting so much dust, even during the winter, it's kind of insane. We have so many modifiers, which is also kind of insane. Alright. I can sell some of this. Well, that's not worth that much, so we probably shouldn't. We're producing a lot of this now. We were previously choked on it. Interesting. Funny how those things change. We have enough. We don't have enough dust orchids, sadly. Never enough. Alright. Something's been pillaged, doesn't really matter. Here, this region. I think we can... Are we getting a triangle if we build like that? Yeah, we are. That's good. But once the air doesn't completely mess up. We can even get another admiral with this one of dust. I think we should. Iraku! A second! And by admiral, we must get a Morgwar here. Morgawr. Let's see what skills we can pick up. Yeah. Second Iraku. We have 2 Iraku 2s. They claim this territory, we're going to claim it right back. Okay, we need to claim Uridan as fast as we can. And then we're going to keep going down and trying to see where this last region, Loretta, is. And I really do want to complete my faction quest. I kind of want to see what happens in the end, actually. Like, this dampening wave that was meant to weaken us. Would it tell us something about what the Morgawr are, really, at the end? Hopefully. We can get this dust revitalizers. And the last Barrow Street here to fill out our curve here. Curve. I'm thinking too much in Hearthstone. I used to play digital card games. Oh, cube. Oh, triangle. I always feel like this is a good spot for us to finish the episode. Maybe we've been playing too long. I've sort of lost track of time. Next episode, we're going to pick up this difference engine, try and complete our faction quest, and in general, just improve our control of the game. Because Morgawr are all about control, you know. Okay, if we just if we just capture this fortress, then that'll be the end of that. Okay, we can auto this very easily. Yeah, and now we're just going to send this fleet out. We need to scout out for Loretta, wherever that is. It's definitely not. I wish I would just give you an indicator. Stupid. Anyway. Well, it's not stupid, I'm stupid, I can't find the place. Let's just keep these artillery ships back. They're quite vulnerable without Vor to protect them. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this episode of Endless Legend. I'll be back soon, probably to pick off this fleet, which is probably going to start besieging my city here. And in the next couple of turns, I'm going to pick up the difference engine, get this dust distillery, work my way towards the dust victory, and I want to try and complete my faction quest, because I'm quite interested to see what happens in the end. So it seems kind of hard to complete this faction quest in time to get the Wonder victory really quickly, which is the main draw to faction quest, to be honest. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you had fun and learned something, or both, and I hope you'll consider subscribing and checking out future content. All the best.